Hello, everybody. Welcome back to SheffPlays. And not right now, Seth. He's sending me things. But I want to do a tier list because there's no podcast today. And I meant to make a short today, but just didn't. I forgot. I'll make one tomorrow explaining it. But the schedule's going to change a little bit for uploads on the channel. But regardless, being that that'll be explained tomorrow, we're going to do another tier list. I'm going to make these irregular things on the channel. The short tomorrow will completely explain when and why. But yeah, so we're going to be ranking the games I've played. Not trying to catch flack here, not because I've heard bad things. I'm actually going to be trying them soon. But I have never played Code Veronica, which I would like to get. I think it's only like $14. And then Nemesis, which I have somewhere around here. I don't know where, but I do have the game. I do want to try those, and then maybe I'll come back and put those where they deserve on the list. But for now, I won't be ranking them just to be fair. So let's jump in. Resident Evil, where it all began. I've been playing it a little bit here and there since we beat the first one, but like not enough to be like, this game sucks or this game is fantastic. So we're going to be fair. I have enjoyed what I've played of it so far. A. Resident Evil 1 Remake, I think deserves the same rating. I don't think it's a perfect game, but giving for what it is, when it came out, and like they were trying to be faithful to this guy right here. So you can't mark it for like the tank controls or anything. And I've actually heard some people do prefer that, which is cool, but not me. So we'll give it an A. I think that's fair. Resident Evil 2, same thing as the first one. I've played a little bit. Not much at all. So, I think we'll stick this back here till I play it more. Resident Evil 2 Remake, that's an A. That's a solid game. I don't think it's perfect. I'm going to try not to negate points for in-game like things that are supposed to happen, because I don't think that's fair. Because like that's just a matter of me not being good at certain things. So yeah, I think that's fair. 3 Remake, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I know I'm playing it on the channel and I am having a good time, but it's not my favorite so far. So B. I don't inherently not like any of these games, but yeah, I think B is pretty fair. Like, I enjoy it for the most part. Nemesis is the most annoying thing in the world, but like I said, I'm not going to negate points for an actual in-game mechanic. If there was a bug where every time I took a step, Nemesis popped up and shoved a tentacle down my throat, then it'd be a D, but that doesn't happen. 0? I think I'll give it an A. I need to broaden my horizons a little bit here. Only because, like, it's super high, because, like, it's the first Resident Evil I ever beat, and it's the one that really got me into the series. So I think it's deserving of a higher title, and I just thought it was a pretty good game. Like, I've beaten most of these now. I just thought it was a really good game. I think we get a ton of remakes, and for what I think it's worth, though, I would like to see a remake of this in like the over-the-shoulder RE Engine mechanics. But even though I haven't played it, I've very seldom seen a bad review of Code Veronica. So I think before they even think about something like this, that needs to come next. Because then you could even have people like me who are either new to the series or late in the series that can try an older game if they don't have access to a way to play the older game, Although everyone should now, because I'm pretty sure you can buy it on Xbox and PlayStation. Resident Evil 4. I'm going to do a little bit of wiener riding, if you will, here. Stop me if you've seen this before. But S. I think it is phenomenal. Not even just nostalgia, because that doesn't really count for me, I guess. Because I didn't even pick up the game till like 2016 for the first time. And my first experience with it was on the Wii, of all things. I saw my dad play it a little bit when I was a kid. And a friend of mine but I never played it myself until 2016, where another friend of mine was like, "Yo, my dad's beaten that game like 100 times." Um, he was at my house and saw the Wii case, uh, and he's like, "My dad's beaten that 100 times, bro. It's super cool." Which, by the way, I thought he was lying. I know it's probably not unheard of, but yeah, no, his dad has like you get 20 file slots and each one goes up to 99 rounds. He had at least 2 or 3 of those. I'll have to ask him to see if he can get a picture of it. I mean, it'll be super late by the time it comes up, but if we can get a picture of it, then I'll just put it up in whatever video and reference this. Resident Evil 5. This one's tough. I know a lot of people really like this game. I'll give it a B. Um, I think it's okay. I think it's too heavy on the action, which we will definitely talk about for another title in a second. I really like horror in Resident Evil, and I mean it's got its moments where it's a little creepy. Like there's a big fight with like a flying thing later in the game, and like that kind of creeped me out a little bit at first when I first saw it, but other than that, I didn't think it really held the horror aspect. Um, so yeah, I think B's okay. And I know a lot of people cherish that game. Like one of my friends, it's the only Resident Evil game he's beaten because it's the only one he cares to play. 6. This is tough because although I know it's not inherently a good one, and it doesn't feel like Resident Evil. It's got zombies, it has the characters, but that's really the only links. But I also do have really good memories of playing it with my friends. Um, keep clicking the button. I also have really good memories of playing it with friends, like the co-op. Uh, but like it's just the quick time events that really slow it down for me, which is kind of an oxymoron. But if it weren't for those, I think it would get a better ranking. But we're gonna stick it in C. I'm not gonna let like the purity of just me enjoying the gameplay I've played with my buddies, and I've beaten all the campaigns. Just I don't know why, but I have. Um, but like the only time I really enjoyed it was when I played it with friends, so that's a C. Village or 7. Uh, it's I'm gonna give it a I'm gonna give it an S. I'm gonna give it an S because it pulled Resident Evil back to that horror aspect, and you know, I I'm a big fan when it comes to first person stuff, so that was big for me. Um, me and my friend Rusty beat the game together like 3 times. Uh, got through both endings and played the DLCs, and like I know 6 is down here even with like nostalgia with buddies, but like Resident Evil 7 was really something special. 8, it's gonna get an A. I think it's good. It's a fantastic game. Keep in mind, A is not a bad ranking. It's just I don't think it's perfect. I think it dialed back away from the horror again. The only part of the game that like spooked me was the Beneviento house with all the dolls. Didn't like no, I loved it, but I didn't like being in there. It was creepy, but it was so needed and it was good. I like that part. So A, like it's a great game. That one, I'll say that at the end. Never mind. Revelations 1, I think it's a B. It's okay. It stepped away from the formula a little bit. It was a little spooky, had its moments. It's not a terrible game. It's pretty good. Uh, Mostly what you guys have seen, what I've played of it on the channel, is how far I've gotten. So I can't be too harsh on it. 2, Revelations 2. Yeah, it's an A. Or maybe S. A. Only because, like, if I remember correctly, the story was broken up into paid DLC. Um, And I've beaten the story because I got the Revelations 1 and 2 pack that comes with all the DLC and extra bogus. But like I've beaten the story. It's not a bad story. It's pretty creepy. It's got like a Saw vibe to it. Um, and the raid mode in it, like the bonus mode, awesome. I've put an upsetting amount of time into it. For what reason I don't know. I still go back and play it every now and then, just because it's fun. It's like Resident Evil, but like survival. I guess it's like Mercenaries, but I've never been good at Mercenaries, like ever. I thought maybe with 8 I would be because the first person thing, but even there, I can't. I'm just so bad at it. It's upsetting. But yeah, what I was gonna say was Village in 4 and 7. Village 4 and 7 are the only three Resident Evils I have enjoyed enough to go back and beat in every difficulty for all the extra stuff. I've wanted to play Resident Evil 4 on the channel, but like I would have nothing to say really because I have the PR laser. I guess I could go in and try to do Mercenaries on the channel for like the Magnum because I've never had that before. But like that PR laser is a street sweeper in that game. But yeah, this is my list. Remember, I need to start saying this in the beginning, I think the intros, that these are my opinions. You're not like bound by law to agree with them. You maybe think that like 6 is the best and Village was just poopy. Like, that's fine. I love to see the opinions and discussion in the comments. But yeah, that's it. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you're having a good day. If you're watching early on, have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one, which will be Resident Evil 3, and then more Chef and Seth plays. See ya!